We need to love ourselves, ladies. And it doesn't start from, oh my gosh, he needs to get me flowers, he needs to do this, that, and the third. It's from us, it's from within. Let's talk about you today. I'd love to do these like girl talks, you know, when you just get together with your girls and you just have a chat about life and all that. Yeah, this is what this channel is about. Basically, if you're female, if you are female, and you know that could mean so many things these days, but whatever, if you identify as female, then this channel is for you. Men, you're welcome here too. Let's talk about you, girl. How did 2025 treat you? Honestly, if your 2025 was anything like my 2025, then oh my gosh, baby. If you have had a rough time and you've literally been through the fire and you are watching this video, take that as your sign that, do you know what, girl, you made it. You made it out. You might not have made it like intact and all of that. You might have lost your hair. You might have lost your lashes or like broken a few nails, broken a few legs. You might be thinking, well, you should see the other guy. But listen, we're here. We're here now, and that's what matters. So congrats to you. Give yourself that credit. So a lot of the times we go through like loads of life problems and issues, especially like relationships or financial whatever, and it's so easy to blame the other person, right? Because oh my gosh, he did this and she did that and oh blah blah blah. But do you know what we are lacking these days is accountability. It's like we need to take a hard look at ourselves in the mirror and figure out what is it that we are doing that is not helping our own situation. Now, this is not victim blaming, because a lot of women and men, but a lot of people, they go through like, you know, serious abuse or serious like situations or whatever, and it is not their fault. Absolutely not. But what I'm trying to get at you here is, you know, the things that we allow, it's not even allow sometimes, because sometimes we have no control over it, but there are some times where we are allowing things in our lives and we don't even know that we're doing it. It stems from like childhood and our beliefs and our belief system and all of that jazz. We can go to therapy and all of that, but until we change our actual mindset, a lot of the times things are not going to change. Now, here's the thing that, you know, a lot of people are realizing, that it all stems from self-love. Think about it. When you love someone, right, you will do anything in your power to, you know, make them happy, to make sure that they're safe, to make sure that they're okay and all of that jazz. But here's the thing, why are we not doing that for ourselves? Why? So if you love yourself enough, you will make sure that you are happy, you will make sure that you are safe, you'll make sure that you are taken care of and you are having your needs met. When you love yourself, you will be doing all those things for yourself, because that's what you do when you love someone. Think about it. When we love on our kids, we want to make sure that they're happy, they're safe, all of that. And then we neglect ourselves in that, because as women, we are so used to give, give, give. We give everyone our best. And when it comes to giving ourselves, we're just like, meh, it doesn't matter. We need to change that mindset. We need to be loving on ourselves. And what does that even look like? It can look like so many different things. First of all, health, because without health, you ain't got nothing. So thinking about what you're eating, putting in your bodies. Now, as I'm telling you this, like I literally ate a pizza last night and my whole body rejected it, because I have been on this journey of low carbs, no added sugar, and kind of just protein and veg and iron and things like that, because that is what I find that my body needs. So I couldn't even finish this pizza. It didn't even taste that nice to me anymore. Long story short, like my body rejected it. I'm gonna leave that to your imagination, how my body rejected it, because it wasn't pretty, guys. It wasn't pretty. Anyway, my point being, that was not loving on me, because I know what my body needs and I gave it something totally opposite. And whose fault was it? It's my fault. And why did I do that? Because of convenience and because of time and because of lack of preparation. Like so many different things were at play. But ultimately, it's my decision. It was up to me. So this is basically, you know, a life lesson, because we go through life and we give ourselves things that we know is not good for us. We interact with people that we know are not good for us. We allow ourselves to be in relationships that literally drain us, and our whole body is rejecting it, like, no, what are you doing? No, what are you doing? And it rejects it in different ways. So for example, a lot of women go through like autoimmune diseases and they think, oh, I don't know where this come from. Oh, my mom never had it, my grandma never had it, and suddenly there it is, pop, just like showing up for you. And a lot of the times it's just stress, or it's kind of like suppressed emotions that we're just like always trying to be the peacemaker, always trying to make things okay, always trying to do the extra mile because ain't nobody else doing it. And then it's like it shows up in our bodies in different ways. Like that's why, when you get like people looking sick and they ain't really sick, but they just look drained, like they ain't got no life in them. That's basically like what it is. This was basically my life. So like those of you that have are like from back in the day used to watch like my YouTube, you will know that I had a goiter. So like it was quite big. If I get a picture, I'll pop it in there somewhere. But it was quite big. And I thought to myself, do you know what? I need to help myself because I'm eating junk, I was eating sugar, processed foods, all of that. And I started researching that all of this stuff is inflammatory, and also the stress of like, there was a lot of things stressing me out, let's just say, but that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. But long story short, with prayers and with, like better diet and some regular exercise, I can, say that it's not as large as it used to be before. Like there's still definitely something there, but it's definitely not as large. Inflammation is like signs that your body is not coping, or that there's too much of something, too much sugar, too much something. I don't know, whatever. I'm not a doctor, but all I know is that, trust me, the foods that you eat, that is a form of loving on yourself. If you eat those vegetables, and I know like it's like, yeah, we tell our kids this, eat your veggies and you go strong and everything, but it's literally true. Why don't we do it for ourselves? Like all those sugar snacks and biscuits, like you ain't gotta be eating them. I mean, one or two is not like an awful thing, because trust me, if you come around me, you will see me eating a Twix or a Snickers bar. I was like, I'm not trying to be like this health freak goddess, whatever. No. But what I am saying is I'm being more aware. And I think that's an important form of loving on yourself. Also, keeping promises to yourself. How many of you have like had friends or like partners and they're like, yeah, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And then it's like you're just watching and you're like tapping your fingers, like, yeah, when is this going to happen? And it just doesn't happen because they don't fulfill their promises. They don't, follow through. You start feeling a certain type of way, right? Yeah. So tell me, why is it that we do that to ourselves? We literally plan our day. We're like, oh, I'm going to wake up at 5 a.m. I'm going to go for a jog. I'm going to eat healthy. I'm going to do this, that, and the third. And then we don't do none of it. We stay an extra an hour in bed. We eat junk. We don't go on that jog or on that walk. And we just do like, we don't do nothing all day. Do you know what that is? Breaking promises to yourself. It's like it's letting yourself down, and you're telling your psyche like you're not worth it. You're not worth it. Like unconsciously, that is what your mind is starting to believe. We need to love ourselves, ladies. Seriously, and it doesn't start from, oh my gosh, he needs to get me flowers, he needs to do this, that, and the third. It's from us, it's from within. And it's so difficult when we have been raised in an environment where we have been taught to be silenced. We have been taught to be quiet. We've been taught that our opinions don't matter. And, a lot of women have been raised like that. And it could be a cultural thing, could be a religious thing, whatever. But a lot of women walk around not even knowing that they carry this load on their shoulders, and it's affecting their day-to-day lives. It's affecting their relationships with their kids or with their colleagues or with their partners or whatever. And we're just like oblivious to it. Because believe me, once you get into that mindset of loving on yourself, making sure that you're eating right and that you're healthy and you're looking after your body, yourself, then it shifts the whole mindset, because then you start looking at your environment and you're like, no, I deserve this or I deserve that. And you start demanding more from the universe, and the universe listens. It's all starting from loving on you. So eat good, exercise good, because that will affect how you feel. So here's another thing. Us ladies were all about, oh my gosh, I don't feel like it, or I feel this, or I feel sad, I feel emotional, and all that. Listen, ain't nothing wrong with feelings. All for feelings, and don't ignore your feelings, because they are an indication of, what could be going wrong or what could be going right in your life. But here's the thing, feelings that have to control you, because who feels like going to the gym every day? Nobody. Well, actually, there's some of y'all that are out there that like, yeah, you feel like going to the gym. Shout outs to you. But when it comes to like doing things that we don't want to do, we don't always feel like it. But we're living life, and we got to do things that we don't always feel like doing. So what helps? Action. You just need to take action. You don't feel like getting up at 4 a.m. Listen, just move them feet. Just stand up. That's the first step, because action generates more action, generates momentum, generates the motivation. But you have to do something. You know, like it says in the Bible, faith without works, you know, is like you have to have action with your faith. You can't just be sitting there be like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be a millionaire, or I'm gonna like be married in like 6 months, or I'm gonna have my own house, and oh my gosh, girl, like, you know how we like have those kind of chats with our girlfriends, or like in 1 year I'm gonna be living in a whole different country, and I'm like, people gonna know my name, I'm gonna blow up, I'm gonna be this, that, and the third. Yeah, that's all great to have the faith, because you need to have that team and get started. But where's the action? What are you doing to back it up? What are you doing? What are you doing? And as I'm speaking to you, I'm literally speaking to myself. These are all forms of loving yourself. You have to be your own cheerleader. You have to be your own number one fan. If you are not championing yourself, then it's like, how do you expect other people to champion you? How? How? If you're not loving on yourself, how do you expect the world to love on you? You literally teach the world how you want to be treated. As women, we have really got to have that self belief, that self love, that self championship, because if we don't, then ain't nothing gonna change in our lives. Nothing. And it all starts from there. There is a heart in there, and you know, there are dreams in there that's waiting to happen. It's 2026, and I know it's January, and everyone's being like, oh, my New Year's resolutions and all that and stuff like that. Yeah, happy days. But listen, don't just do it because it's January. Do it because you love yourself enough that you know that you need to put the work into you. And that is your health, your body, your mind, your environment. You deserve it. And if ain't nobody told you before, I'm telling you now, you deserve it. You really do. Take this as your sign to love on you, to love yourself. Eat good, exercise good, sort out your environment, just clean up a little bit. It will really help your mental right there. And then, you know, start setting goals and targets, and keep those commitments to yourself. Okay. Love on yourself little by little. You've got this. Don't give up on yourself. It ain't over yet. The fact that you are here and the fact that you're watching this video, take that as a sign that it ain't over. It ain't over. It ain't over. Did you hear me? It's not over. I will catch you in the next video. Love to you all, and keep shining.